Hey, beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. I am so excited you're here today because we're talking about something that can absolutely transform your life. Have you ever felt like the world around you is moving too fast? Like there's so much noise and clutter, both in our lives and in our minds, that it's hard to know what truly matters anymore? If so, you're not alone. In Walden, Henry David Thoreau takes us on a journey to escape the rush of modern life, showing us the power of slowing down and reconnecting with nature. His reflections on simple living, self-reliance, and the beauty of solitude are more relevant today than ever before. In this video, we're going to dive deep into Thoreau's timeless wisdom and uncover how you can apply the lessons from Walden to your own life. Whether you're looking for a little peace of mind or seeking deeper meaning, Thoreau's words have a way of speaking directly to the heart. So, get comfortable, and let's explore this incredible journey of self-discovery and simplicity. Chapter 1. Economy. The opening chapter sets the stage for Thoreau's experiment in simple living. He begins by describing his decision to move to Walden Pond, where he built a small cabin with his own hands. He reflects on the materialism and consumerism that dominate society, pointing out that people waste their lives working to accumulate wealth and things they don't really need. Thoreau proposes an alternative, living simply, relying on fewer material goods, and reducing one's dependency on the economic system. Thoreau criticizes the societal expectation of accumulating wealth as the main goal of life. He argues that society is enslaved by unnecessary comforts and that the cost of living a complex life is much higher than it seems, not only financially, but spiritually and emotionally. For Thoreau, a simple life is the truest form of freedom. The idea of economy here is not just about financial matters, but encompasses the idea of living frugally, intentionally, and meaningfully. By reducing the clutter of unnecessary things, Thoreau suggests that one can truly experience life more fully. Key themes: simplicity, self-reliance, critique of materialism, freedom from society's expectations. Chapter 2. Where I lived and what I live for. In this chapter, Thoreau elaborates on the reasons behind his decision to live by Walden Pond. He provides a detailed description of the land and the cabin he built himself. Thoreau speaks of the spiritual and intellectual benefits he found in solitude and isolation. Living close to nature, he felt he could experience life more deeply without the distractions of society. Thoreau speaks about the importance of living deliberately, that is, living with purpose and intention. He criticizes the way people live as though they are sleepwalking through life, chasing after things that ultimately don't bring happiness. His life at Walden Pond is an experiment in waking up to reality, in finding truth through direct experience rather than through the secondhand knowledge offered by society. He describes his desire to be in tune with the rhythms of nature, to experience life as it really is, and to strip away the artificial noise of the world. For Thoreau, to live for something means to live with a deep connection to one's own purpose. Key themes: living deliberately, nature as teacher, solitude, self-discovery, rejecting societal norms. Chapter 3. Reading Thoreau extols the virtue of reading great literature, emphasizing that books have the potential to elevate the mind and spirit. He explains that during his time at Walden, books were his companions, but he didn't just read for entertainment. He viewed reading as an opportunity for deeper understanding, reflection, and personal growth. Thoreau praises classical works of literature and philosophy, believing that books should be a source of wisdom. However, he also critiques mindless reading, or reading merely for distraction, arguing that we should read with discernment and seek books that nourish the mind and encourage action in the world. For Thoreau, reading is an essential part of the life of the mind, but it must be done consciously. He advocates for reading that is intentional and reflective, rather than simply consuming information. Books, to him, should stir the soul, not merely occupy the mind. Key themes: The Power of Literature, Reflective Reading, Intellectual Growth, Mindful Engagement. Chapter 4. Sounds. In this chapter, Thoreau shifts focus to the sounds around him at Walden Pond. He describes the natural sounds he hears every day: birds chirping, leaves rustling, and the wind blowing through the trees. Thoreau sees these sounds as part of nature's symphony, one that fills him with peace and clarity. He contrasts the natural sounds of the woods with the artificial noises of society, such as the clattering of trains or the constant buzz of human activity. Thoreau believes that the noise of modern life stifles deeper thought and connection to the world around us. In the solitude of the woods, he is able to hear nature's quiet whispers and reflect on the lessons it offers. For Thoreau, learning to listen carefully is a way to tune out the distractions of life and reconnect with a more authentic, natural rhythm. The sounds of nature, he believes, offer clarity, wisdom, and an opportunity for meditation. Key themes: listening, nature's harmony, distraction versus focus, solitude as a tool for introspection. Chapter 5. Solitude. This chapter is an exploration of solitude. Thoreau emphasizes that solitude is not the same as loneliness. While many people fear being alone, Thoreau sees solitude as a space for personal growth and spiritual connection. In the woods, away from the bustle of society, he finds an inner peace that allows him to reflect deeply on life. Thoreau argues that solitude is a precious gift, one that gives us the opportunity to discover our true selves without the influence of others. In solitude, he experiences a deep sense of connection to nature and to the universe, a connection that can often be lost in the distractions of society. He contemplates how the solitude he enjoys at Walden Pond allows him to hear his own thoughts clearly and to reflect on life with profound insight. Through his experience at Walden, Thoreau encourages us to embrace solitude as a path to wisdom, clarity, and self-understanding. He points out that solitude is not a punishment, but a necessary condition for growth and reflection. Key themes: solitude as self-discovery, connection to nature, fear of loneliness, reflection and introspection. Chapter 6. Visitors. Despite his preference for solitude, Thoreau does have visitors, and in this chapter, he reflects on their visits. He speaks about the people who come to see him at Walden Pond, many of whom are curious about his lifestyle. Thoreau engages in conversations with them, offering his views on life, self-reliance, and simplicity. Thoreau's visitors often serve as a reminder of the distractions and concerns of modern society. Though he enjoys sharing his thoughts, he is aware that most people are still caught up in the frantic pace of life, seeking more material wealth and comfort. His conversations with them serve as a subtle critique of the empty pursuits of modern living. Through these encounters, Thoreau reflects on the value of teaching others about a more simple and deliberate way of life. His visitors, in many ways, are symbolic of the broader society, which is often more interested in curiosity and novelty than in true transformation or change. Key themes: interaction with society, teaching through example, materialism versus spiritual growth. Chapter 7. The Bean Field. In this chapter, Thoreau talks about the practical aspects of his life at Walden Pond, specifically his cultivation of a bean field. This activity becomes a metaphor for his deeper philosophical beliefs. By working the land, Thoreau connects directly with nature and experiences the satisfaction of growing his own food. Through the act of cultivating his beans, Thoreau contemplates themes of labor, self-sufficiency, and the rewards of hard work. He takes great pride in his ability to provide for himself without relying on others, and he considers the cultivation of his bean field a deeply symbolic act. The work is not just physical but spiritual, as it brings him closer to nature and the natural cycles of life. Thoreau draws parallels between the cultivation of his beans and the cultivation of the self. Just as he carefully nurtures the beans, so too does he nurture his own growth and understanding. The labor is honest and fulfilling, and it offers a sense of inner peace. Key themes: self-reliance, Manual labor as spiritual work, connection to nature, personal growth through work. Chapter 8. The village Thoreau reflects on his occasional visits to the nearby village for necessities. These trips are brief, and he contrasts the simplicity of his life at Walden Pond with the bustle and noise of the village. He notices the hurry and confusion of the villagers, who are often consumed with acquiring wealth and material goods. He criticizes the villagers for their unthinking pursuit of materialism, pointing out that they are disconnected from nature and the deeper truths of life. Thoreau questions why people would choose to live such frantic, purposeless lives when they could be living more peacefully and meaningfully in tune with nature. This chapter serves as a critique of societal norms and conventions. Thoreau encourages readers to step away from the mindless rush of society and to live more deliberately and consciously. Key themes: critique of modern society, materialism versus simplicity, the contrast between the village and nature. Chapter 9. The Ponds Thoreau delves deeper into his reflections on Walden Pond and the other ponds near his cabin. He writes about the beauty and tranquility of these bodies of water, seeing them as metaphors for the stillness and clarity that he has found in his life at Walden. The ponds represent peace and wisdom. Thoreau often meditates on their still waters, which mirror the stillness of his own mind. Through the imagery of the ponds, Thoreau emphasizes the importance of quiet reflection and connection to nature. The natural world, with its simplicity and purity, provides the ideal space for self-reflection and spiritual growth. Key themes: nature as a mirror of the self, reflection, stillness, and clarity, water as a symbol of peace. Chapter 10. Higher Laws. Thoreau explores the concept of higher moral laws, reflecting on the way humans relate to nature and the ethics of hunting and fishing. He discusses the moral implications of taking life from nature, questioning the necessity of such actions. Thoreau suggests that nature should be approached with reverence, and that humans should not exploit animals or the environment for selfish reasons. This chapter touches on broader themes of morality, ethics, and spiritual law. Thoreau calls for a deeper understanding of our relationship to nature, one that is guided by respect and mindfulness rather than greed or indulgence. He proposes that our actions should be aligned with higher, more universal principles that honor the sanctity of life. Key themes: ethics and morality, respect for nature, higher laws, spiritual awakening. Chapter 11. Brute Neighbors. Thoreau reflects on the various animals he encounters during his time at Walden Pond. From ants to squirrels, he observes the natural behaviors of these creatures and compares them to the way humans live. Thoreau admires the simplicity, efficiency, and self-sufficiency of animals, seeing them as examples of how humans might live in a more direct and honest way. In this chapter, Thoreau emphasizes the wisdom of animals whose lives are guided by instinct and necessity. He contrasts their simple, purposeful existence with the complexities and anxieties of human life. Thoreau admires the animal's ability to live in harmony with nature, and he suggests that humans might benefit from adopting a similar approach. Key themes: animal instincts, simplicity in nature, human complexity versus animal wisdom, self-sufficiency. Chapter 12. The Almond Tree. Thoreau meditates on the power of trees and the lessons they offer. He compares trees to people, describing their ability to endure hardships while remaining rooted in the ground. Trees grow slowly and steadily, but their strength and resilience are undeniable. Thoreau reflects on the nature of growth, both in trees and in human life. Just as trees grow at their own pace, so too should people grow, without rushing or forcing the process. Thoreau suggests that we can learn patience, endurance, and quiet strength from the trees around us. Key themes: growth and resilience, nature as a teacher, strength through patience, the symbolism of trees. Chapter 13. Conclusion. In the final chapter, Thoreau reflects on his experiment at Walden Pond and the lessons he has learned from living simply and deliberately. He expresses a desire to inspire others to live with greater intentionality, to reconnect with nature, and to embrace a life of self-reliance and simplicity. Thoreau calls readers to go confidently in the direction of your dreams, to live the life they have imagined. He encourages them to reject the distractions and expectations of society and to seek out the richness of life that comes from living with purpose and awareness. Key themes: self-reliance, living authentically, pursuing one's dreams, rejecting societal pressures. This extended chapter-by-chapter analysis of Walden dives deeper into Thoreau's ideas and the essence of each chapter. Thoreau's work is filled with wisdom about how to live a life of purpose, simplicity, and mindfulness. So, what can we learn from Thoreau's time at Walden Pond? The message is clear. We don't need more stuff, more noise, or more distractions to feel fulfilled. In fact, the simplest moments, the quiet sounds of nature, the stillness of solitude, and the satisfaction of working with our hands can bring us the greatest joy and clarity. Thoreau showed us that to truly live, we must be present, mindful, and intentional about how we spend our time and energy. As you go about your day, ask yourself, what in your life is taking up space, both physically and mentally, that no longer serves you? What would happen if you took a step back, slowed down, and simplified your life? Could you find peace in the quiet and strength in self-reliance? Thoreau's experiment at Walden Pond may have been a personal journey, but it's one that offers lessons for all of us, no matter where we are in life. Remember, it's not about escaping the world, but about learning to live in it more fully, more intentionally, and with a deeper connection to ourselves and nature. So, go confidently in the direction of your dreams, live the life you've imagined, and embrace the peace that comes from simplicity. Thanks for joining me on this exploration of Walden. I hope it inspired you to think about how you can live more deliberately and embrace the quiet beauty of life. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into living a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Until next time, take care and remember, the most important things in life are often the simplest.